This is a video by Richpin. I got some information I just want to pass along to my viewers out there in YouTube land. You're familiar with this Antiseize compound, the gray Antiseize. You're familiar with that. Put it on your spark plugs or whatnot. I had recently done a tune-up job on a Ford Explorer, and it came back in about a year later to remove the plugs and they wouldn't come out. And I did some research and I found out that what we should be doing on our cast iron heads is no anti-seize at all on the threads. What can happen is the anti-seize can bake on and it won't let the plug out. So I'm not going to be using this gray anti-seize anymore. And for cast iron heads, the plugs are going to go in dry. Now, you say, what about the aluminum heads? Okay, well, I've got something new I'm going to be using. It's Antiseize copper. If you can see that. And this is made for aluminum cylinder heads. I didn't realize that. So it's something to think about. This is what I'm going to be using on all my spark plugs that go into the aluminum cylinder heads. Now, another thing I ran into the other day, I was working on a Saturn replacing the serpentine belt, and I usually use these tools right here, 14mm box open end wrench and a piece of pipe. Well, what happened was the wrench kept slipping off. About 5 times it slipped off, and I said, enough with those tools. So what I did is I made this. It's a 14mm socket welded to this piece of pipe right here, which is, I believe, about 12 inches in length. Yes, it is. And it's pretty sturdy wall pipe. And what I did here is I took a cutoff wheel, sliced it in half, and then boxed it up, welded it back up to give the piece back its rigidity. And I took a little bit off of the socket with the cutoff wheel too. I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch or so. Cut that off for clearance. So now there is a couple of bolts underneath there for the motor mount. This will clear that right in this area, and the socket, the back side, will clear also. So that is my serpentine belt removal tool. Let's see how it works. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Here's how the tool will go down in. See how it just goes right by the bolts there on the motor mount? And it has clearance for that. Look at that. Alright, let me pull it back so you can see it. Alright, now I'll pull back on the tool. And look at this. Now we can take the belt right off. Release the tool. Look at how well that works. This is going to be one of my favorite tools for working on the Saturn. Okay, so that's it for my little look at the serpentine belt tool and the Antiseize compound. Thanks for watching, guys.